Okay, guys, I believe we're finally live. I don't know what's happening with this thing, so forgive us if there was like a crazy, crazy amount of just dead time right then. Zoom just redid the entire way that they do live. So I don't know what happened. I'll have to go rewatch that. But in any case, yay! Happy Wednesday. We are doing these Work It Wednesdays, and I wanted to feature today Amanda Grubb because I've known Amanda for years and years and years. We went to college together. We've been great friends. But you guys, she's been with Plexus about 3 years, right? 3 years? So 3 years with Plexus. She's a Sapphire Ambassador, which means she is just one rank away from the tippy top in Plexus. But you guys, like everybody, or like every great person along the way, great business along the way, leader, you hit plateaus in your business, right? And so she had been in a plateau in her personal business. Her team's been rocking it, but she hasn't necessarily been adding, because if you know anything about network marketing, you know that there's seasons within this business. There's seasons that you go through where you'll be exploding your personal business when you first start out, or even partway along the way, and you'll go through this season of just like signing all these customers, signing all these ambassadors. And then suddenly the season changes and you start to find it really, really hard, and like nobody will sign up underneath you, and you just go through these like little cycles. This is totally normal, right? So Amanda, 3 years into her business, has been dealing with a situation where she was in one of those personal ruts, personal season, not growing as much. And it sounds like horrible, right? But it just is what it is, right? I'm sure many of you guys can relate. Comment below if you've ever been in one of those seasons, right? But you guys, over the last couple of months, she has completely turned her personal business around, and she has been knocking it out of the park. She has enrolled 25 people in the last 2 months. 25. You guys, this is insane amount of personal success, right? And that's going to translate to huge team success along the way. So it starts with you, though, and it starts with you making the decision and everything like that. So I wanted to bring her on here and do a little mini interview, so we can get all the secrets, and we can get like kind of the secret to her success over the course of this time. But first, a lot of you guys don't really know Amanda. So I wanted her to kind of go through and talk to you guys a little bit about why she started in Plexus, her journey, the short and condensed version of what, yeah, don't talk for a long time. The short and condensed version of just what got her to Sapphire, what got her to that place to begin with, because we're all aspiring to have success in this. So what that looks like first. So can you mind just telling us a little bit about your background, yourself, how you got to Sapphire?
Sure. And thank you, Sarah, so much for asking me to be on here. I'm so excited to talk to you guys. So short, condensed version. If anybody wants the longer version, I'm an open book, so let me know. Pretty much, I started Plexus for mom energy. I had a 6-month-old. My husband had just had a really bad accident, and I was taking care of him, and I was falling asleep on the keyboard at work, like asleep. Could not manage, knew I was going to get fired. And Sarah posted about a drink. Here's the funny thing. I hate taking pills. So the fact that it was a drink, I was like, okay, I think I could do a drink. Let me try a drink. How bad could it taste? So tried the drink. She convinced me to try Slim and Accelerator together. And even though it was a pill, and first day 1, changed. I had energy. I was back. I was able to work. I was able to be home with my kids. And I was like, done. I'm happy. I'm in. Let me do this. So I wanted to get it cheaper, became a wholesale ambassador, but I wanted nothing to do with the business. I'm telling you guys, when Sarah called for my 3-way chat to tell me about the business, I was rolling my eyes. I was like, oh, why did I answer the phone? Why didn't I put her number in my phone so I knew it was her when she was calling? Like, it was that bad.
True story.
I did not want to do this. And I was like, oh, thanks for telling me. And she tried everything. And I was like, no, I don't want to do this. This sucks. No, I don't want to do network marketing. I have a good job. I have a big education. I don't want to do network marketing. And
marketing before, right?
Pardon? Well, I had done a jewelry business before, which was not network marketing, and totally failed at it. Completely failed. long story short on that, when I did my taxes for that year, I'd taken what I made at the jewelry business, taken out the cost of the parties, the cost of the food, the wine for the parties, and the cost of the actual jewelry I had to buy. And I had made 14 cents in 1 year. Made a profit still, but it was 14 cents. And I was like, screw this, I'm done. So in that turn, then I discovered probiotic, BioCleanse, completely transformed my gut health that I had been battling gut issues for 25 years. And really what made me decide to share Plexus was the fact that I was exhausted, falling asleep on the keyboard, and kind of miserable, honestly, as a new mom. And I was looking at these people on Facebook, like, how are they doing this? How are all my friends amazing moms? And I totally suck at this. And I was realizing what I put out there, what people saw was, I rock at this. I'm so happy and everything's great. And I thought, well, if I was suffering in silence, who else could be suffering in silence? So I put it out there, and I always tell people this. My first post said, if you want to know the truth about Plexus, I will tell you the truth, because I knew I had people that trusted me. And when they messaged me and said, all right, what is this? What is the truth? And I said, the truth is these products are a tool. They're not magic. They're a tool. So if you use them and are consistent and put them in your body will function properly. If you go home every night and have a block of cheese and a bottle of wine, they're not going to work because it's battling the wine and cheese. So that was the truth. And I had started signing up some friends, some really close friends. But what did it for me with this business was when I signed up someone, or someone on my team signed up someone, and I had no idea who they were. And I thought, oh, this is how this works. This is how I could have this huge team. And they're not all people I know. Oh my gosh, this could be huge. And so lo and behold, just sharing. I constantly shared my story. I'm a red, blue personality. I call myself purple, but I am not green. I'm the furthest thing from green. So I would rather take something and tell you how it makes me feel than look at the ingredients and research it. I just don't care to do that. So me going out and learning all about these products and then trying to talk to people about the ingredients was fake. That's not me. So all I did was I knew what I knew. And that's what I always tell my team. Just know what you know. I knew these products helped me for mom energy. I knew they saved me for gut health. And I knew how amazing I felt. All I did was talk to people. And lo and behold, it kept growing and growing and growing. And in 15 months, I was Emerald. And then at 22 months, I was Sapphire.
That's
so, yeah.
It's
that was the speedy version.
Yeah, that's good job. You did it so speedy. And she's a mama staying home with her kiddo right now.
And I'm right now picking up apples and milk off the floor. But I got this.
Perfect. So 25, so 3 years in, you've already built a team to Sapphire. You've already had so many customers along the way, and you've talked to all the people in your network and all that kind of. So how on earth does somebody 3 years into their business get 25 new enrollments in 2 months? Tell me that.
So I will say this too. One, there's a couple things to it. One was giving myself a break for having this time that didn't make sense. There was a lot going on in my life that this was not my priority. And I had to be really honest to myself that this was not my priority. And long story short on that, that's going to be all I say this whole time. My why was to have a house that my mom could stay at with me and my mom could live with us. And my mom is still with us, thankfully, but she's no longer able to travel. So also in that period, I lost my why, that I felt like I was just running free. I had no idea why I was doing this business anymore. And that really led to this plateau time of, what do I do? Why am I doing this? Why am I working so hard? And so that thing is, cut yourself a break. When I started this business, every single time I sign someone up, I sign them as a customer first, preferred customer, and then transfer them to an ambassador every single time. That's what made the most sense to me. Also back then, customers only got the 60-day money back guarantee. So that's why that made the most sense to me. But then I swear I couldn't find a customer to save my life. All I could find were ambassadors that I was like, I can't get a customer anywhere. Well, then I had this plateau period. And then now all of a sudden I was like, why did I stop looking for customers? Why am I just looking for ambassadors? And why am I beating myself up if I don't have ambassadors? What if I just got customers? And honestly, the Canada launch, which I know we've actually had the ability to sell to Canada for a while, but the Canada launch, I did a hardcore, like anyone that had any kind of red flag with a leaf on it, I was like, I'm talking to you. Let's talk. Anyone I could talk to in Canada, I was messaging them. I was building a relationship. I was talking to them, anything I could do, because I didn't care. And I don't mean to sound that like I flippant with it, but I didn't care what they thought of me. I didn't care what they thought, that like the same that I care what my long-term friends think of me. I don't care what somebody in Canada thinks about me. Right. I'm just going to do this. And that totally changed my mindset of like, you know what? I really don't care what my long-term friends think about me. They know I love this business. They know this is what I'm passionate about. What am I doing? And I started talking to people and I started challenging them. Anybody I would talk to, I said, if they were new, I would talk to them about the products, like the Canada people. But old friends, I went to old friends and I was like, look, you have been watching me for 3 years. You know, this is not a 3-year con that I'm pulling, that all of a sudden like, just kidding. No, you know these products work. You've seen my weight loss. You see my energy. I am challenging you to prove me wrong. I want you to try it. Just try the Slim, just the pink drink, and prove me wrong. Tell me you don't love it. And lo and behold, these customers started coming in for the pink drink. And I think in 1 week, I got 3 customers. And it was just this mind shift of like, screw it. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. And I remember I even called Sarah that I was like, I know I'm not adding anyone. And she was like, but you're getting customers. You're adding people like crazy. And now this time in May, I have 25 new people that are having success with the products that I can transfer to ambassadors. That it's what makes sense for me. Find what makes sense for you. If that doesn't make sense for you and it makes sense to have an ambassador, or it makes sense to have customers for longer and then switch them to ambassadors, do what makes sense. That's what made sense and what comes across easier for me to talk about.
Absolutely. And I love that. And I love that you're just so bold in how you talked about it, because that instills belief immediately that why would I not try this product? Number one. Number two, of course I'm going to love it. Duh, Amanda's been thinking of it for 3 years.
Right.
And the whole stranger thing, you guys, who cares what strangers think? You are talking to them because you are going to help them. And if they're not open or ready to it at that point in time, that's okay. You know what? But you made a new connection, and there's only upside to it. You could get somebody else on the products feeling better, changing their life. I mean, Amanda had crazy health issues with her digestion. And so for her to have a turnaround on that, I mean, she has the power to go out and help people with her story now. And she's developing 25 new people that are about to have the power to go out and help people with their story, regardless of whether they're signing up as a customer or an ambassador. That boldness, though, that conviction, that excitement, and that just like, you are going to love these products, that changes the way people start their products, rather than like, I think you should just try it, maybe,
I will say another thing that actually changed for me, and I know a lot of people have probably read this book, but I hate reading. I do. So it's always long for me to read a book. And I read Go for No. Emily Roberts had talked about it in a video, and I was like, and she said that it was the easiest read. And I was like, I love easy reads. So I read Go for No. And actually I did a live on my team page where I read this page that was an example where the guy challenged salespeople to say, you don't want to buy insurance, do you? And then if they said no, he just walked on. But the whole premise of that was because that was so fast, they talked to 60 people a day rather than analyzing and going through the whole spiel that it was only 10 people a day, and they ended up with more sales. Now, I'm not saying be that bold. However, my team can vouch for this. I messaged them that I was like, I cannot believe I just did this. I just messaged a long-term friend and was like, you don't want to try Plexus, do you? That's actually what I said. And she became a customer. And she was like, yeah, I might be interested in trying it. And I was like, oh my gosh, it worked. I can't believe that worked.
I love it though. I mean, that is so good. And I love just the whole premise. I mean, you're taking the fun off yourself. You're having fun with it, which this needs to be fun.
Right.
You have to be enjoying it and stop beating yourself up over success or lack of success, comparison, or all the things. And the more you just start actually just taking action and talking to people, that's what's going to bring you success. You know, stop watching all the training videos and all the technical, like, how am I going to talk to these people? And just go talk to them.
Right.
Learn it for yourself. Learn your own way. Learn the way that works for you. And you'll be wildly successful because you're leading with your heart. You're leading with your authentic you and being the best version of yourself to them and helping them.
It becomes so genuine. And I will say, I've said this is not a 3-year con that I've been pulling to so many people, and it makes them laugh that they're like, God, you've been on this for 3 years? And I'm like, yeah, don't you remember when I used to be really sick? And they're like, you did used to be sick. And I was like, I know, remember?
That's hilarious. So, well, thank you so much, Amanda. I appreciate it. I know you've got a lot going on at your house.
Can you hear it in the background? I keep looking but he's fine. He's got an alarm clock right now. He's fine.
Mom life, you guys, you can do this from anywhere and with under any circumstance. So in any case, thanks for hopping on with us over lunch. And I hope you guys, we haven't been able to see the comments while we've been doing this, but we'll go back and answer any questions. And I hope that you guys got something from this. And I just want to encourage each and every one of you that no matter how long you've been in this business or how short you've been in this business, that you can do this. And at the end of the day, it's all about impacting other people with these products, impacting other people with this business. So that's what it's all about. It's not about the sales and all those kinds of things, which is nice, but you have the opportunity to impact others and to help others. And that's what it's truly about. So have fun, release the pressure, release the stress, and just get out there and talk to people. Bye.
Bye, guys.